He is arguably the most famous teenager in America, yet the vast majority of the public has never actually heard him speak. Standing at 6'7", he commands attention in any room he enters, but he maintains zero official social media accounts and gives zero televised interviews. Raised under the strict guidance of his mother, Melania, his upbringing was steeped in European traditions and fiercely guarded inside private luxury estates. That tight bubble of protection held firm through a chaotic presidency and multiple high-profile trials, leaving him with a reputation as a composed, almost regal figure far removed from the fray. In an era where attention is usually bought with constant oversharing, his absolute silence makes him a profound anomaly. His public brand is built on a specific aesthetic of quiet masculinity, favoring impeccably tailored dark suits and a complete rejection of loud internet trends. He even projects total neutrality on campus at New York University, reportedly telling his new classmates that he doesn't support any political party. This refined, traditional image creates a specific kind of tactical misdirection. While he avoids the microphone in public, he has served as a key influence inside the campaign, directing his father toward the loudest and most aggressive corners of the web. The Trump campaign faced a serious mathematical problem. They needed to mobilize millions of young, politically disengaged men who don't watch cable news or read traditional papers. Recognizing his father's struggle to reach this group, he advocated for a strategy that bypassed standard political media in favor of the manosphere podcast circuit. He specifically identified unconventional creators like Theo Von, directly introducing a presidential candidate to a highly specific internet subculture. These platforms dwarf traditional network audiences, with hosts like Joe Rogan routinely pulling in tens of millions of listeners per episode. Sitting for hours in these loose, unscripted environments allowed Donald Trump to speak to young men in a language they actually use. Barron's deep fluency in youth internet culture successfully bridged the gap between a politician in his late 70s and the sprawling digital bro economy. That internet fluency, however, extends into much darker corners of the web. Multiple reports detail his personal connections and Zoom calls with Andrew Tate, an influencer who built a massive following on misogyny and faces severe criminal charges for human trafficking in Romania. These fringe figures have been quietly normalized, with Tate's close associates even receiving invitations to private dinners at Mar-a-Lago to discuss campaign strategy. He is simultaneously building his own financial footprint in this subculture, working alongside his older brothers to launch new ventures in the cryptocurrency space. He managed to align a presidential campaign with controversial internet alphas and self-described bullies, while keeping his own tailored, pristine image completely intact. The pivot to the manosphere translated directly into a measurable electoral outcome. This chart shows voting patterns of men aged 18 to 29 over recent election cycles. In 2024, a striking 56% cast their ballots for Donald Trump. That surge lines up with the specific timeline of key podcast appearances and influencer endorsements. Trump's capture of this specific majority suggests that the campaign's digital gambit successfully converted the podcast audience into a voting bloc. This dual life is only possible because of the mystery established early on. His aesthetic of quiet masculinity serves as a political buffer. By never speaking publicly, he avoids the constant controversy that consumes the influencers he utilizes. He operates the levers of the internet's chaotic subcultures while maintaining the optics of a classic 1950s statesman. In an era defined by extremely loud, attention-seeking politics, Barron Trump has proven a vital point. True power doesn't require a microphone. It requires strategy.